Hi, I'm Lisa Walton, and today we're going to do a collage based on the colours that I created using this two-colour palette. My starting point is this old musical score that I picked up for a few dollars in a second-hand shop. Lovely yellow pages and lots of them. Just drawing up a grid 4 inches square on A3 watercolour paper. I could also tape it to get sharper lines. I'm using matte medium as a glue just to stick down some torn pieces of the musical score. There's nothing worse than blank pages to start with, so this is really just a background starting point. I do love these yellow aged papers. This is just a bag that I received when I bought something online. Absolutely perfect for this exercise. I try not to throw anything out. This is my leftover paint palette from an exercise I did online, and I didn't think these two colours would go, the lime green and the orange, but they created a lovely range of colours and I just couldn't bear wasting them. I'm not thinking too hard here, I'm just trying to fill in the space. I'm just using an old credit card to scrape some of the excess paint and also just to create some interesting lines. Most of this actually gets covered up, but it's really good just to have the layers, just to create some depth in your work. Just a few circles. I love using dots of paint like this, especially when they're not quite mixed. You get some really interesting combinations. And just smoothing out some of those lines, the paint was a bit thick. This is a little thermofax screen of text and I printed it onto some tissue paper. Now I'm just sticking it onto my collage using the matte medium. The tissue paper sort of disappears, just leaving the text. I just keep adding those circles. I had some lovely black and white paper, but I photocopied it because I didn't want to waste the original. Now I'm just cutting pieces of it into some strips for some contrast. Gluing it down with the matte medium, but my brush still has a little bit of orange paint on it, so it sort of coloured it. Bit of a mistake, but not to worry. Using some of the lime green colour, I'm going to stamp with this Art Foamy stamp. I've given up worrying about the edges of my little squares as I've decided I'll be cutting it up. Next time I'll use tape, I think. Once it's dry, out comes the Posca pen. Just highlighting those circles. and now some straight lines, just because I can't stop. I'm not sure if this was a mistake or not, but I grabbed another one of my little Thermofax screens and overprinted in a darker green. You do need to use a thicker paint when you're screen printing like this. You have to be careful when you're using a screen like this that you don't let the back of the screen touch where you've already printed in that wet paint. And I think I will now call these done and ready for trimming. Oh no, I really like these little trimmed pieces. I think I need to use them. They're definitely finished now, I hope. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.